I'm not a racist, preach the teacher. You still they never had this. Number one, them wanna run about the gun. I wasn't licensed to have one. The minute they see me, fear me. I'm the epitome, a public enemy. Use, abuse, without clues. I refuse to blow fuse. They even had it on the news. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Back when I wrote y'all, yes.
All right. Also, you know, Trump played, he had like a 30-minute music playlist at his last rally where he zoned out. Like, I think he glitched.
Yeah, he was swaying.
On the list, in addition to a song that Sinead O'Connor would probably roll up on him and put him in a headlock, he also played Hallelujah, which is Leonard Cohen's famous song. Well, the Leonard Cohen's estate gave them a cease and desist.
Yeah.
So not only will he not be able to play any Isaac Hayes anymore, he cannot play Hallelujah ever again, or else. And I know that Leonard Cohen's estate, they will be suing, but they were like, no, stop it.
I noticed his playlist was full of dead people, and I figured that was why, because he knew nobody alive was messing with him. So he was like, let me pull out some dead people.
Yeah, but these dead people got estates.
That's
and
what I'm
the
saying.
Estates are like, so it's like,
he was hoping, like, they don't know, they don't get no clearance. Like, facts, they are not checking before they hit play. But their whole thing is like, maybe we won't get a cease and desist if this person been dead for 60 years. Maybe nobody cares. And newsflash, some people care.
The version that they were using, though, was covered by singer Rufus Wainwright, who also wrote for the movie Shrek, and he is part of the estate as well. And he said, you know, he supported Vice President Kamala Harris. So stop using that song. I love it.
Why don't they just play them whack people that support them? Play
Kid
that Kid Rock.
Kid Rock only got like one song.
Yeah, well,
like how many?
That's what y'all gonna be listening to for 30 minutes. He the only one gonna let y'all gonna be vibe with the bang today.
It was the Proud to Be an American, Lee Greenwood. So
play
you got
Lee
two
Greenwood.
songs. Yeah, play that on loop.
What's the dude that got guns and a guitar? I don't even know his name. He always talking about they gonna suck him my AK-47. I never heard him play a song in my life. But that dude, whatever his name is, like, y'all know y'all got like 4 people that mess with y'all. Go out there and play their songs.
Wow. No one wants to hear them. And I felt bad for those people because it looked like they were hostages. Anyway, Trump has canceled his speech at the NRA and interviews with NBC and CNBC because of quote unquote scheduling conflicts. But what they're really saying is that he's exhausted, that he's tired. But we knew that already.
Well, listen, we've all been there. Okay.
Yeah.
You are just getting your ass kicked up and down the street. It'll make you a little tired. Okay. I played for several sports events where it was like, we not coming back. And I just would love a break. Like, we could get any level of timeout. If we could just keep the clock running through the second half, that would be great. We can maybe forfeit this thing. I'm looking at you, coach. You know, I feel like he just looking around like I'm foot on the gas, foot on their neck. We not, no breaks. We
no
all
breaks.
the way to the finish line. We voting. But man, something about this man's campaign this year has felt like even he don't think he win it. Like it's not the confident, even though I've never liked his campaigns. There's something missing this year compared to the other years. It's like he shows up, gets his money, and is like, I'm out of here. I don't care about this.
He's old. He should be retired. He should be golfing and changing his diapers and watching TV and eating McDonald's and not out here. I mean, that schedule is grueling. I have so much respect for Kamala Harris. She's everywhere, except here, but everywhere. She's everywhere.
Also, you know, the other thing too is if you don't have a genuine spirit of getting into this to help people, you can't fake it. And so like that's the thing. Even with Biden, when people were like, he old. Biden used to stay after, shake them hands, kiss them babies, talk to them people. I still remember the State of the Union. I was tired. I was like, I'm ready for bed. He was out there like, oh, what's going on, y'all? And I said, man, he really care. Trump don't care about people that's not him. So as soon as that stage is like, well, how much time do I have to do? Okay, so we got 30 more minutes. I'm contractually obligated. play the music, and as soon as it's 30 minutes, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm not talking to none of these fools. But yeah, I heard that the reason he did that was because they had medical emergencies in the crowd, and so they just played music instead of giving his speech.
Or instead of providing real concern for people that might be passing out.
That was weird.
These folk, man, they crazy.
What is that? Why? That's y'all, man. Y'all be coming out waiting hours in line in the hot ass sun. So this man can get up there.
He just stranded people in Coachella last week. Like y'all got stranded for 5, 6, 7 hours.
How is this real? How is this real?
I don't know. Because of The Apprentice. So John D. Miller, the chief marketer for NBC, he says, I want to apologize to America. I helped create a monster. He wrote a piece entitled, We Created a Monster. Trump was a TV fantasy invented for The Apprentice. For U.S. News and World Report, we'll tweet out the article so you can read it for yourself, because that's what we do here. He wrote, for nearly 25 years, I led marketing at NBC and NBC Universal. I led the team that marketed The Apprentice, the reality show that made Donald Trump a household name outside of New York City, where he was better known for overextending his empire and appearing in celebrity gossip columns. He goes on to talk about the created narrative that he was super successful, who lived like royalty. It was not true. They said they exaggerated it, created a false narrative by making him seem more successful than he was. He also pointed out that Trump declared bankruptcy 4 times before the show premiered and at least 2 times during the 14 seasons. I didn't even know that he claimed bankruptcy while he was on The Apprentice. He said the imposing boardroom where he famously fired contestants was a set, because his real boardroom was old and shabby, too old and too shabby for television. This is what Miller writes in U.S. News and World Report. In a section that is certain to mess with Trump's ego, Miller stated that he was, quote, the perfect choice for the show because more successful CEOs were too busy running their companies to get involved in a reality TV show and didn't want to hire a random game show winner they didn't want to hire somebody randomly to work on their executive team because their businesses were too important.
Right.
Which says everything. He said, I never imagined that the picture we painted of Trump as a successful business person would help catapult him to the White House. And he said, I discovered in my interactions with him over the years that he is manipulative, yet extraordinarily easy to manipulate. He has an infallible compliment hole, meaning all he wants you to do is compliment him, and it's endless. He said no amount is too much. Flatter him, and he is compliant. World leaders, including apparently Russian strongman Vladimir Putin and North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, have discovered that too. This is what Miller says about Trump. He's also remarkably thin-skinned and describes his adversarial relationship with the show. So the future president would claim that the show was number 1 in the ratings, even when the ratings weren't nowhere near number 1. Trump was full of bad suggestions for the show. Miller writes, he wanted to make a team of black players compete against a team of white players. This was his suggestion. And Miller tried to convince him against it by appealing to Trump's greed and told him that it would alienate sponsors. And he said, while we were successful in marketing The Apprentice, we also did irreparable harm by creating the false image of Trump as a successful leader. I deeply regret that. And now America is facing a critical choice. Should this elderly would-be emperor with no clothes, who is well known for stretching and abandoning the truth, be president again? He says, I spent 50 years successfully promoting television magic, making mountains out of molehills every day. But I say now to my fellow Americans, without any promotional exaggeration, if you believe that Trump will be better for you or better for the country, that is an illusion, much like The Apprentice was. And even if you are a born and bred Republican, as I was, I strongly urge you to vote for Kamala Harris. The country will be better off, and so will you.
I mean, I guess better late than never. Feel like he knew this in 2016 too. But...
I feel like he did, but he was a Republican. I think a lot of people in 2016 was like, how bad can it be?
Right. Yeah. And then also I think January 6th really shook some people up, because I know Robert Kraft was Trump's homeboy too. And then he recently, when they asked him about Trump, he said he hadn't spoken to him since January 6th because that went too far for him.
Well, so they spoke last night, so
yeah, I guess they had to see it. They had to F around and find out before they could be like, oh, he's actually a bad person. But I don't know. There's always like a little bit of me in this with these Johnny come latelys where I'm like, you just now getting here. All right, I guess have a seat, you know?
Well, if you think about it, like I mentioned to you, these folk who are adjacent to this and those that are actually billionaires and powerful, they know that he could be manipulated into doing the things which he did. Give them tax breaks. That's all they want. You making billions of dollars, you don't want to pay taxes. You want to be able to write off your jet. That man did that for you. So you care more, and this is why I'm saying, even now, I don't understand why black people, though, are... Smith, did we have that Snoop Dogg comment from 6 years ago? I don't know why black people are in alignment, and even black billionaires, because Ursula Burns, $6.4 billion, she was like, I ain't standing, I ain't clapping, I ain't with it. Y'all kiss my... Like, her whole facial expression was like, I ain't with this. So, to me, the line is very clear, and if people are still on the fence, they're full of it. But I'm going to, in the words of the immortal, complicated, strange Snoop Dogg, Smith, play it.
All right, politics real quick. Now, we all I apologize. Nah, I really don't apologize, man, because a lot of my fans get mad at me when I talk bad about him. But I think it's safe to say most people in our culture do not.
Well, you need to know that a lot of your fans is racist. Ain't no fucking way around. Don't even try to put no.
I don't even want to put anything around.
I do. I don't give a fuck. I tell him straight up, motherfucker. If you like that, you motherfucking racist. Fuck you and fuck him. Now what?
All right.
Draw the line. He drew the lines.
Exactly.
He drew the motherfucking lines. Before him, there were no lines. Everybody was everybody. We respected everything. We didn't trip. But when you drew the line and start pointing motherfuckers out and saying, fuck y'all then.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
You and them.
If you're just tuning in, we're talking
Kanye
about
too. Don't forget about him too. Fuck you too.
Woo. Okay.
I feel that in my soul. I do.
Yeah. Now, you said that's 6 years old, that clip?
Yup.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah. I appreciate the energy. I've been here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you said. The Johnny come lately. Snoop wasn't. He was on. He knew. It's so clear. The man doesn't. Not just that he doesn't like you. When Jen Gaffigan says Kamala Harris, if she moves into the White House, a space that was a Trump residence, he would not rent to her. Yeah. That's because he said last night, oh, my father brought me to these dinners. And I was like, your father at the Klan rally, that father? Like, so that room is even, so he was comfortable in that room is my point. But also Jim Gaffigan's joke landed because it's true.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a bad person, man. I don't know what to tell people. I don't know how much more evidence people need, but listen, that being said, 2024, welcome aboard. I'm welcoming all new passengers on the Trump hate train because we need y'all. I'm not quibbling. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. Like, I need y'all right now until November 5th. Then it's going to be the smoke is back for y'all. But for now, this is a peace zone. Okay, we over here partying. Everybody, like Robert Kraft said, he don't talk to Trump. I said, fine, come on over then. We need this energy. They Dick Cheney endorsing her. Come on, Dick.
Yes.
Pump that iron heart full of blood and let's get your ass over here too. We need everybody.
My days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you, you give me something to believe in, just what I needed. You're the closest.